Behind the scenes right now.
So you guys got the gist of it?
What's going on right now, Carlos?
Oh, right now, Emery and Thomas are addressing a pivotal moment in their relationship where Rob kind of confesses and says that he loves Derek. And as you guys know, fans of the show, you've seen Rob operate in the manner that uses his sexual energy and type of his aura to get what he wants. But this is Rob's kind of chance to be vulnerable and to confess because he loves Derek and he wants to be with him. So stay tuned.
David, what's your perception of the Derek and Rob relationship?
Can we please not bring that up?
I mean,
do you like them as a couple?
There's a lot of vulnerability in their relationship versus some of the other ones. With Jabril and Brandon, it's more like Brandon's the vulnerable one, and Jabril is more like relaxed about it. He would more so show his emotion, the things he does versus in what he says and how he acts. These two are just like, it's just like gushing out all the time between the two of them. So sometimes it's sickening to watch, and then sometimes it's very like endearing and cute.
It's good to see.
I love it as a writer, the metamorphosis and the growth of Rob and Derek, because these two weren't supposed to really be together, but it's the chemistry between Thomas and Emery that kind of brought it to life, and it's kind of taking a life on its own. So.
I'm very sorry.
That wasn't that much.
Let me see your iPad.
So Emery, what do you think is the best thing about Derek and Rob's relationship?
The best part is that it's two people that really, there's one person learning how to love. They both actually, I guess, learning how to love. One person who hasn't been in a relationship, one person who's trying to learn how to be in a relationship because he's young and naive. So they're both learning from each other in a way.
But didn't you love Jabril? Didn't Derek love Jabril?
He loved him, but I mean, it was kind of a fantasy. In a way, it was never really real. Yeah.
What about Thomas? How do you think Rob feels? What is Derek to him? Because in the season finale, just at the cemetery, you was thinking about Brandon, like.
Well, what I think is that I'm finally getting a chance at love. Brandon's shutting me out, but he's giving me the opportunity, so I'm just gonna. I'm not saying I'm an opportunist, but it's time for me to experience love.
So, Sean, what is your opinion on their relationship? Filming it from the beginning.
Tumultuous.
Very tumultuous relationship.
Come over here real quick. Okay, now I thought about it. I don't want them to work.
No,
Only because I'm gonna tell you why I don't want y'all to work. I don't want them to work because you don't. Not you. Rob doesn't deserve Derek because Derek, like you said at the funeral, is still concerned with Brandon.
Rob.
Wait, you're right. Rob is still concerned with Brandon. So their union is almost like based off of the course of events that have occurred. It's not like.
That's true. But if you
to be there, it's like he's there, but it's like kind of like that. Like,
but if you watch their story, giving a chance. But if you watch their story, they've actually had a talk before about where Derek says he still has feelings for Jabril, and Rob admits to that too.
They've had a lot of conversations.
But I guess because he knows that it cannot happen with Brandon, it won't happen with him.
Yeah. Yeah. So it makes you question how genuine the love between them is in the end. Like, is it surface? Is this your comfort zone because both of y'all are heartbroken and y'all provide each other this like stability, or is it that deep?
But think about it, their love came as a surprise to both of them because they came together to kind of deceive Jabril and Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Right. So just by circumstances that they ended up being together.
Right.
Because first it was based off sex.
Do you think that Winston could have a relationship with Derek or Rob?
I don't see Winston having the proper chemistry with Rob as a character. Now, Derek is more vulnerable, so I think that could play on Winston because in order for you to get through to him, you would have to kind of like need to be saved.
Let me ask you a question. Season 2 is gonna definitely, a little bit, explore how deep you and Fallon's friendship is, and definitely will be tested. How do you think it would have been as a love interest for Fallon?
I think that Winston and Fallon would have been good together. I think that like
Winston's one of the only people who can kind of real Fallon back or call her on her shit and she accept it versus like trying to retaliate.
The one thing I do, the one thing I do love about Fallon is she has strong men around her, like Rob and Derek and even her brother. You know, because she's a strong woman. I said you. I said
Derek.
I'm sorry, Winston. You know, as a writer, I have 14 characters in my head, so I'm always calling people by either their character name or real name. But yeah, I like the fact that she has strong guys around her because she's tough.
Yeah.
Mother Triangle.